Well, welcome back, everyone. You know, Ohio has some beautiful wildflowers, and here to talk about that is Marie Walton from Johnny Appleseed. Welcome, Marie.
Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm seeing some beautiful flowers in front of me right now.
I brought some flowery friends with me today, some Virginia bluebells, some violets. I even brought animals that enjoy the wildflowers. So wildflowers are utilized by everything from box turtles to butterflies, from raccoons to deer, reptiles, amphibians, all kinds of animals use Ohio woodland wildflowers for food and for shelter. And I brought a modern store-bought strawberry for our box turtle, but it's related to the North American wild strawberry. So it's a cultivar. In the wild, she would be eating wild strawberries, but today I brought a little store strawberry in case she wants a snack while we talk about wildflowers. So I think that Ohio is the best place in the world to view wildflowers, and I hope I can convince you in a short amount of time. So let's think about a really extreme climate like the desert. Why can't flowers grow in the desert?
Well, they don't have the water supply.
Yeah, there's not enough water. It's too hot, and most importantly, it's too dry. And without water, flowers can't bloom. So let's think about another extreme habitat like Antarctica. Why can't flowers bloom in Antarctica?
Well, it's just way too cold.
It's too cold, and the coldness actually makes the water locked up into ice. So flowers can only use liquid water. So when it's ice, it's actually too dry again for flowers to bloom. So wildflowers would have a hard time blooming in the desert and in Antarctica for the same reason. There's no water. So let's think about the opposite type of extreme habitat, the rainforest. In the rainforest, it's going to rain every single day, all 12 months of the year. And if you look at a picture of the rainforest, it looks very, very green, but you might not see a lot of flowers all at once. The reason for this is because if you're a flower and you can bloom any time of the year, you're going to try to bloom when no other flowers are blooming around you so that you can get most of the resources for yourself, the water, the pollinators, all of those good things. If you wait until there's less flowers blooming, that's going to be the best time. So there's kind of more pressure in the rainforest to stagger out the blooms. Let's look back at the desert. So sometimes in the desert, it might be very, very dry for 5, 10, 20 years, and then rain for just one day. On that day, usually a lot of plants have been dormant under the ground, and a lot of flowers will come up and bloom just for that rainy day, and then they go away. The reason for that is after it stops raining, the hot, arid air and the wind buffers the flowers, so blows them around and kind of damages them. So they don't have any protection from the elements, but they're just trying to take advantage of the rain that they have for that one day. Here in Ohio, we have a long, dry, cold period as well called winter. And in the wintertime, the ground is frozen and there's no way for the flowers to get any water. So, of course, they're dormant during the wintertime. In the springtime, when we get a lot more April showers and the ground thaws, there's a lot more liquid water. So the flowers can take that up and start to bloom. And that's why we start to see a lot of woodland wildflowers. But why don't they keep blooming all through the summer and fall? The reason is because trees, actually. Once trees start to leaf out, they're starting to do photosynthesis, and they're going to be uptaking a lot of water to make this possible. So a normal large tree in a forest will actually uptake, once it has its leaves, 100 to 500 gallons of water per day. So that leaves a lot less for the wildflowers. So they're kind of right back where they started at that point, where there's not enough water for them. So that gives them about 2 months from the end of March to the end of May to bloom. And that's why we have a lot of wildflowers in a short amount of time. But trees are not the villains. They also are insulating the wildflowers so that they don't have to just bloom in one day like they might in the desert. It's protecting them from the wind, from the rain. A lot of times here in Ohio, we have a little bit of temperature fluctuations, as you might know, and the trees are insulating them so that that doesn't affect them as much. It creates a little microclimate. So we're able to have a beautiful diversity of flowers all at once, and you have plenty of time to go out and see them, a good 2-month period of time. So I think Ohio is the best place in the world for wildflower viewing.
There you go, Marie. Perfect time, perfect place for those beautiful flowers.
That's
right.
And
Mary Shelley here is just loving this strawberry. So, yeah, well, thanks for coming out today. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, don't go away because we have more when we return.